Good morning, everyone. Let us start this session. So in this lecture, we will see two more methods for the natural frequency calculation. So in the first module, there is a free undamped vibration. So we have seen the vibration analysis method. So basically there are four methods. See, first method, it is the Newton's second law, or this is called as a equilibrium method, or it is a D'Alembert's principle. Then second method, it is the energy method. So we have already discussed these two methods, Newton's second law and the energy method. Okay. So third method, it is the Rayleigh's method. And fourth one, it is the Lagrangian method. So Rayleigh's method and Lagrangian method, these are just an extension of the energy method only. So we will use the same equation. Only difference is Lagrangian method, it is used for the multi-degree of freedom system. Okay. So actually in your syllabus, we don't have the examples on the multi-degree of freedom system. Okay. So we will not use this method to solve the problems. That is the Lagrangian method. Okay. So in the third module, that is the undamped vibration, and the fourth module, which is a damped vibration, we only discuss the single degree of freedom system. Okay. And to solve the examples, that is a vibratory system on the single degree of freedom system, we will use only Newton's second law or the D'Alembert's method or energy method. Okay. So if the system consists of a disk, roller, so for such type of system, we can use the energy method. And for the system which consists the rod or the pendulum like system, we will use the Newton's second law. Okay. So here I will just explain what is the Rayleigh's method and what is the Lagrangian method. So first we will see the Rayleigh's method. So I will explain this Rayleigh's method with the help of a simple spring mass system. So this is spring mass system. So what the Rayleigh's method says, during the vibration, of a spring mass system, the maximum kinetic energy of the system is equal to maximum potential energy. Okay, so its equation is kinetic energy maximum, this is equal to potential energy maximum. Okay, so if you consider this spring mass system, then during its oscillation, so this is the extreme position in the downward side. So if this is the extreme position, this displacement, it will be the maximum displacement. So it is the amplitude A. Similarly, on the other side, this is the extreme position. So this displacement with respect to mean position, this is also amplitude, that is a capital A. Okay. So the maximum kinetic energy, we can have this equation when there will be maximum velocity. Okay. Because for the kinetic energy, the equation is 1 by 2 m x dot square. Okay. So kinetic energy will be maximum when the velocity is maximum. Okay. So we have equation for the displacement, velocity, and the acceleration in the simple harmonic motion. So displacement equation is x is equal to a sine omega t. Then x dot, that is a velocity. This is a omega cos omega t or cos omega nt, where omega is the frequency, that is the natural frequency. And acceleration x double dot, this is equal to minus a omega square sine omega t. Okay. So this is displacement, this is velocity, and this is acceleration. Okay. So at which point in this oscillation we will have the maximum velocity? Okay. So maximum velocity is possible only at the mean position. Okay. So you can observe here, if we put the value omega t as a 0, then cos 0, it will have the maximum value, that is a 1. Okay. And x dot, its maximum value is a omega. Okay. Therefore, at the mean position, mass will have the maximum velocity, and this maximum velocity, our equation is x dot, that is equal to a omega cos omega t, and at the mean position the angle omega t, it is 0. So this is a omega cos 0, and that is equal to a omega. Okay. So this is the maximum velocity. So what is the kinetic energy maximum? So kinetic energy maximum, this is equal to 1 by 2 m x dot maximum square. Okay. So this is equal to 1 by 2 m. Put the value of x dot maximum, that is a omega. So it will become a square omega n square. Okay. So omega is the natural frequency. So this is maximum kinetic energy. Now we have to find out the maximum potential energy. So potential energy, its general equation is 1 by 2 k x square. Okay. So potential energy will be maximum if there is a maximum deformation of the spring. So now observe this oscillation. So in this oscillation, at which point spring will have the maximum deformation? Okay. So it is only at the extreme position, either this bottom extreme position or the top extreme position. Okay. And this maximum deformation, that is equal to the amplitude of the vibration. So here x, so you can put here sine omega t, it has to be 1, so that we will get the maximum value of x. And when sine omega t will be 1, if omega t value, this is equal to pi by 2. Okay. At the pi by 2, it is a quarter oscillation. Okay. So at the quarter oscillation, that is at the bottommost point, we will have the maximum deformation. So it is a plus or minus a. So we can write the equation. So at the extreme position, this spring will have maximum deformation. So this maximum deformation, which is the x max, this is equal to plus or minus a. Okay, because the general equation is x is equal to a sine omega t. So you can put the value of omega t in the multiple of pi by 2. So it's pi, then 3 pi by 2. Okay, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2. For all these angles, we will have the maximum deformation that is equal to A. Okay, so potential energy maximum, this value is 1 by 2 k x max square. So it is a k a square. Now equate both the equations. Kinetic energy maximum, this is equal to potential energy maximum. So our aim is, by using this method, we want to find out the natural frequency equation. Okay, for this simple spring mass system. So kinetic energy maximum, this value is 1 by 2 m a square omega n square. This is equal to this equation, 1 by 2 k a square. Okay, so this a, it is the amplitude. So you can cancel out this term. So remaining value is m omega n square. This is equal to k, and omega n square, this is equal to k upon m. Okay, so from this equation we will get the omega n, this is equal to square root k upon m, and unit is radian per second. Okay, so it is the same equation compared to the Newton's second law or the energy method. Okay, so whenever you use the Rayleigh's method, we have to find out the maximum kinetic energy and maximum potential energy. Okay, and the last method, it is the Lagrangian method. So this is used for the multi-degree of freedom system, starting from the 2 degree of freedom, 3 degree of freedom system. So we will see this method with the help of one example. So first I will give the mathematical equation for the Lagrangian method. So actually this method, it is based on the energy method only. Just we will make use of the partial differentiation. Okay, so the Lagrangian method, it is given by this equation. This is the d by dt of this del t upon del x dot j minus del t upon del xj plus del v upon del xj, and this is equal to qj. Okay, so I will explain what is meaning of t, v, and q. So t, it is the total kinetic energy of the system. Then this v, it is the total potential energy. This q is the external force. So if there is an external force present in that system, so this is the external force or external torque. Okay, so this xj value, j is the value 1, 2, up to the degrees of freedom. Okay, so if the system is a single degree of freedom system, then it is a one value. For 2 degree of freedom, this will vary from 1 to 2. Okay, and here first is the del t upon del x. So we will take the partial differentiation with respect to the velocity. This is the partial differentiation with respect to the displacement, and this is the partial differentiation of the potential energy with respect to the displacement only. Okay, Okay, so this is the one vibratory system which consists of two masses M1 and M2. So these masses, they are connected to each other by a spring. So this is a K1 and this is K2. Okay. For the mass M1, it's a displacement from its mean position. It is taken as a x1 and this is the x2. Okay. So x1 is not equal to x2. So for time being, we will assume the x1 value, it is greater than x2 value. Okay. So for this system, we want to find out the equation of motion. So this problem we will solve by using the Lagrangian method. So first we will write down the what is the equation for the Lagrangian method. So it is a d by dt partial differentiation with respect to velocity for the kinetic energy minus partial differentiation of the kinetic energy with respect to position plus partial differentiation of the potential energy with respect to its position, and this is Q. Okay. So for this system, there is no external force. So this parameter on the right hand side, it will become 0. Okay, because it is a free vibration, not force vibration. Now we should find out the equation for T and equation for V. So T is the total kinetic energy. So kinetic energy, it is only associated with the mass. So there are two masses, M1 and M2. So we will write the kinetic energy as 1 by 2 M1 and velocity square. So for M1, its displacement is x1. So its velocity will be x1 dot square plus 1 by 2 M2 x2 dot square. Okay. So this is total kinetic energy. Then V, it is the potential energy. So for the potential energy, we should consider the deformation of the spring. So for the first spring, which is a K1, it is only connected with the mass M1. Okay. And its second end is a fix with this support. So for the K1, deformation will be only x1. Okay. So kinetic potential energy is 1 by 2 K1 x1 square. But the second spring K2, so this is the coupling between M1 and M2. Okay. So its a net deformation will be the subtraction of x1 and x2. Okay. So we have assumed x1 greater than x2. So its net deformation, we can write 1 by 2 K2 and deformation will be x1 minus x2 square. Okay. So this is the potential energy for the second spring K2. Even you can assume x2 greater than x1. Okay. So only change will be x2 minus x1. Okay. So this is equation for T and V. Now here we should find out the degrees of freedom. Okay. So degrees of freedom. So I have already explained in the introduction. So it describes the number of independent parameters. Okay. So x1 and x2, these are the two independent displacement. So this is a 2 degree of freedom system. Okay. So this J value, it is 1 and 2. Okay. So first select J is 1 and write this complete equation, and then take J2, again write the equation. So when j is 1, so the x dot j, this value will be x dot 1. So just replace j by 1. So we will write this equation as d by dt. This is a del t upon del x1 dot minus del t upon del x1 plus del v upon del x1. This is equal to 0. Okay. And when the j value is 2, the second equation will be, so just consider this is equation 1. So d by dt del t upon del x2 dot minus, this is a del t upon del x2 plus del v upon del x2. This is 0. Okay. So this is the equation 2. Now for the equation 1, we should find out each value. Okay. So consider these two equations and try to find out these values. Del t upon del x1 dot, this is a partial differentiation. So t is 1 by 2 m1 x1 dot square plus 1 by 2 m2 x2 dot square. So now we will find out the del t upon del x1 dot, this value. Okay. So take the partial differentiation of this equation. So when we are differentiating with respect to x1 dot, the second term will be constant, that is x2 dot will be constant. So this differentiation is 1 by 2 m1 to x1 dot. So this is m1 x1 double dot, sorry. Okay, so this is 1 by 2 m1 to x1 dot, so it will become m1 x1 dot only. And differentiation of this term with respect to x1 dot, it will be 0 because complete term is constant. Okay, and now differentiate this equation with respect to time. So this is del t upon del x1 dot. So this is equal to d by dt of this equation m1 x1 dot. So it will become m1 x1 double dot. Okay. So here we are differentiating velocity with respect to time. So it will become acceleration. So it is x1 double dot. Now find out the del t upon del x or del x1. So this is equal to differentiate this equation with respect to x1. So there is no term of x1 in this equation. So complete equation will be constant. So this is 0. And next del v upon del x1. So this is equal to, so v equation is 1 by 2 k1 x1 square plus 1 by 2 k2 x1 minus x2 square. So with respect to x1, this is 1 by 2 k1 2x1 plus 1 by 2 k2. Now differentiate this equation with respect to x1. So it will become 2 x1 minus x2. Okay, and again differentiate this equation. So it will become 1 only. So this is equal to k1 x1 plus K2 x1 minus K2 x2. Okay. So now put all these values. So if I take this as a and this is a B, so this is B and this is C. So put A, B, C in the equation 1. So the complete equation will be M1 x1 double dot. So second is 0 plus K1 x1 plus K2 x1 minus K2 x2. This is equal to 0. Okay. So M1 x1 double dot plus K1 plus K2 x1 minus K2 x2. This is 0. Okay. You can take this as the equation A. So this is actually equation of motion. So when the system is a multi-degree of freedom system, then we will get the number of equation of motions, okay, equal to the degrees of freedom. So this is equation of motion. Similarly, we should find out these terms for the second equation when J is equal to 2. So for J is equal to 2, so you note down this equation. So when J is 2, the equation, general equation, d by dt del t upon del x2 dot minus del t upon del x2 plus del v upon del x2. This is equal to 0. So we should find out these values. So first is del t upon del x2 dot. This is equal to, so t equation is, so this is del by del x2 dot 1 by 2 m1 x1 dot square plus 1 by 2 m2 x2 dot square. So this term is constant and this term differentiation will be 1 by 2 m2 2 x2 dot. Okay, so finally this is m2 x2 dot. Now differentiation this equation so that we will get this complete term. This is a d by dt del t upon del x2 dot. So this is equal to d by dt of m2 x2 dot. Okay. So m2 is constant. Differentiation of x2 dot with respect to time, it will be acceleration. So this is m2 x2 double dot. Okay. So after that, find out this term del t upon del x2. So if you consider this equation, this is a kinetic energy equation. There is no term of x2. So complete value is 0. That is a partial differentiation. Next, find out this value. So it is a del v upon del x2. So this is equal to del by del x2. So v equation is 1 by 2 k1 x1 square plus 1 by 2 k2 x1 minus x2 bracket square. So as this is x2, so this term is 0. Okay, its a differentiation is 0. Now differentiate this term. So 1 by 2 k2 is a constant, 2 in bracket x1 minus x2, and again differentiation of this term with respect to x2, so that will be minus 1. Okay, so we will write this k2 in bracket, this is a x2 minus x1. So now put these values. You can take this as a d, this is 0, and this is e. Okay, so in this equation, So our complete equation is m2 x2 double dot plus k2 x2 minus k2 x1. This is equal to 0. Okay. So this is the second equation of motion. So we will write both this equation. So first equation is it is m1 x1 double dot plus k1 plus k2 x1 minus k2 x2. This is equal to 0. And the second equation is this is m2 x2 double dot k2 x2 minus k2 x1. Okay. So we can write this in the matrix form. So this is so m1 so this is x1 double dot and x2 double dot plus. So from the first equation we have k1 plus k2. It is a coefficient of x1. For x2 it is minus k2. From second equation for x1 this is minus k2, and for second equation k2 is the coefficient of x1 x2. So this is x1 and x2. So in the mathematics you must have converted such equations, algebraic equations, into the matrix form. Okay. And on the right hand side it's a 0. Okay. So if we expand this, just we have to multiply this. Okay. So it is m1 x1 double dot and this is m2 x2 double dot. So we will get the same equations. Okay. So these are called as equation of motion for a 2 degree of freedom system. So whenever you solve such equations or such systems which consist more than one masses and there is a coupling spring, then we can use the Lagrangian method. Okay. So I hope you have understood this, how to use the Lagrangian method.